Hello and welcome along to round 6 of ETF1 League Season 6. We are at the Silverstone circuit where it's currently raining, as you can see, for the British Grand Prix. We are into the second half of the season now and finishing off the European races before we head over back to the Middle East for the Qatar Grand Prix. So let's have a look at the driver standings after the last round in Monaco, and Peter Morgan in first place with 85 points after his victory around the streets of Monaco. Solomon Fakri in second place ahead of Liam Tipping, who's up to third in the standings now after his second place in Monaco. And in the constructor standings, Scuderia Ferrari in first place ahead of Red Bull, who were ahead of Mercedes. Aston Martin fourth position, McLaren in fifth. So let's take a closer look now at this legendary circuit. It's very fast, it's very flowing, the drivers love coming here. In Season 1 we had Matt Allison winning for Williams. Season 2, Kane Hoggard for Haas. And in Season 4, Hayden Veld took out both victories, Race 1 and Race 2, the reverse grid race, driving for Alpine that season. So let's take a look and see where the drivers qualify for the upcoming British Grand Prix for Season 6. And Peter Morgan in first position for Mercedes ahead of Solomon Fakri and Chris Padajak for Ferrari second and third. Blake Williamson for McLaren fourth, and Trent Fuller getting disqualified in qualifying. He'll start fifth. So let's take a look at the highlights now from round 6, the British Grand Prix. The lights are out as Peter Morgan leads the pack into turn 1. Chris gets a great start in the Ferrari and passes his teammate. The rain is pouring here at Silverstone as all the drivers start on intermediate tyres. The Ferrari drivers swap positions back, and Blake Williamson lines up a pass on Trent Fuller. Trent Fuller stays ahead as the drivers navigate the fast and flowing turns of the Silverstone circuit. As we go to start lap 2, Blake Williamson tries to land another pass on Trent Fuller, but it would prove unsuccessful yet again. He hits the wall and loses his wing. Whilst the McLaren spins, the leaders start lap 2. Solomon Fakri chases down the Mercedes of Peter Morgan. And Solomon gets the move done for the lead to start lap 3. With Solomon pulling away at the front, Chris Padajak and Peter Morgan fight amongst themselves for second and third. Chris Padajak gets close, but he can't quite get the overtake done. It looked like Chris's teammate Solomon was slowing down for a bit, but his car would sort itself out and get back in the lead. As the circuit dried out and everyone pitted for dry tyres, Chris Padajak and Peter Morgan will continue their battle, but accidentally hit each other. The Ferrari driver reported about some technical issues with his setup, but both drivers were able to continue unharmed. And meanwhile, up ahead, Solomon Thackeray crosses the line, first position, to take the victory. And Chris Padajak crosses the line third on the track, but he had a penalty and will finish behind Trent Fuller. And Blake Williamson crosses the line, fifth position in his McLaren. And here is your podium from the race.
Yeah, yes. Oh, and that's the Martin home race podium too. Jeez. I know. And the champagne. Oh, who is that guy? Yeah.
And there we go. Solomon Thackeray takes his first ETF1 League victory in the Ferrari at Silverstone, ahead of Peter Morgan and Trent Fuller, who are absolutely drowning him there on the podium. And he also gets the driver of the day, does Solomon. Himself and Ferrari will definitely be happy with that one. And let's take a look at the race results. And Solomon Thackeray in first position. He made his strategy work. He pitted a lap later than everyone else, put the medium tyres on, and away he went. Peter Morgan in second place, and Trent Fuller, he gets third position thanks to the penalties that Chris Padajak sustained. And yeah, he finishes behind the Aston Martin driver, and Blake Williamson there finishes in fifth position from McLaren. So let's take a look at the Drivers' Championship after round 6, and Peter Morgan in the lead from Mercedes. Solomon Thackeray just 4 points behind on 100 points. Chris Padajak, he moves up to third with 69 points. Liam Tipping moving down there to fourth place. And Blake Williamson and Trent Fuller moving ahead of Liam Jensen there. As we look at the constructor standings, and Scuderia Ferrari still in first place with 169 points, and the Mercedes in second position with 118 points, ahead of Red Bull now, who are third with 111 points. And Aston Martin there in fourth with 90 points, and McLaren 50 points in fifth. Well, that wraps things up here at Silverstone for the British Grand Prix. We'll leave you with a photo montage from the race, but we'll be back at the next round in Qatar for the Qatar Grand Prix.